Yes, so Scotland crushed out of Euro 2024 in the most heart-wrenching of circumstances. Kevin Sobot's a 100th minute winner, earning Hungary a late victory in the game. The Scots still held faint hopes of qualifying for the last 16 with a draw, but they were stung on the counter-attack right at the very end as they were chasing the game. They knew really they needed to win it. It means that Steve Clarke's side finish on 1 point and once again failed to make the group stages at a major tournament. 17 shots at Euro 2024, which is the joint fewest by a nation in a group stage, along with Northern Ireland at Euro 2016. And in fact, right at the very end, there was 15 seconds, I think, from Callum McGregor having an effort which was blocked, and then the winning goal on the counter-attack after they'd had a corner at the other end, Scotland. Benty, acceptable return at a major tournament?
On the face of it, probably not. I mean, the way they didn't get off to the best of starts, and I get it. No one was really making them favourites against Germany. That wasn't going to happen. Host nation, good players, elite players, you'd have to say. But I think it was the way they went about their business in that first game. Rabbit in headlights, didn't get going, got smashed in the end. Switzerland, they put in a better performance, really high energy. And I think if they had a few more minutes, they probably would have gone on and got a result. And then yesterday, they were kind of on the fringes. Like I felt either team, both teams, Hungary and Scotland, both in the same boat, needed that victory. Both of them were quite scared to really throw everything at it. And then obviously by the end, Hungary would go on and get it. But as we heard in the little package there, it was a penalty. For me, it's a stonewall penalty. And I know people could say that's an excuse, but for me, it's blatant, really blatant. So when you look at a situation like that, you just think, how can you look at that and not give it?
It's an incredible refereeing error. There's no doubt about it. It's an incredible mistake from the referee. And then once that mistake has been made, the VAR is there to tidy it up. And for whatever reason, it didn't even go to a review. I'm incredibly surprised about that as well. Should Steve Clarke be under pressure?
I don't think so. I think if you look at his kind of managerial record since he's been Scotland manager, I think it's been good. It's only the last year or so, year and a half, where it hasn't been great. But I think before that, I mean, they went on some incredible runs. 5-game unbeaten here. There was a 9-game unbeaten before that. I know he got off to a tough start at first, but then he goes on an unbeaten run, 10 games. He's got it in, and they've beaten Spain along the way to qualify for this tournament. There's some big results they've got in there. I just think it'd be a little bit too knee-jerk reaction the day after. Because I get it, they're hurting. I understand they're football fans. They are really bitter, not so much bitter, but they're really hurting right now. I think to make a drastic change and go, right, call for his head. I mean, come on now. Not yet. 2 major tournaments, 2 Euros on the bounce. Come on.
0371 722 3344. Super Ali is going to be on after 9 o'clock this morning on talkSPORT Breakfast. James is a Scotland fan. Morning, James.
Morning. How are you doing, gents?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you feeling this morning? What do you want to say about Scotland's performance at the Euros?
A bit of a hangover, and I wasn't even drinking. There we go. Yeah, pretty disappointing. Pretty disappointing, to be honest. We set up wrong in all 3 games, to be honest. And even last night against Hungary, they just sat in. They knew we can't create chances. We don't have creative players. We don't have wingers. We don't have number 10s that can open teams up. We happen, puff and harry. We do that pretty well to be effective against some sides, but we don't have it. You watch Nico Williams against for Spain against Italy the other night, and he lit the tournament up. Now, I'm not saying we need players of that level, but we need somebody that can attack somebody in the last third and go past people. We don't have any, and that's the main issue, I think. Plus the setup.
James, let me ask you then, because you're saying there, and everything you're saying is correct in terms of creativity, and you haven't got the players that can maybe make things happen or score a goal. But then, if that's the case, what were you expecting then coming to this tournament?
James, I think we lost you there, mate, unfortunately. Not only have you got a hangover, but it sounds like the phone service has as well.
Yeah, that's what I wondered, because he said there, he made some good points about the creativity, the lack of creativity. But then if that's the case, then what are you expecting coming into this tournament?
I wonder whether or not they used James Forrest enough. I mean, they took him and then didn't use him. He's an experienced player. He's a winger. He's a creative player. I wonder whether or not they could have done with a little bit of his poise right at the very end. And if they're worried about his fitness, well, they threw Stuart Armstrong on right at the very end.
Yeah.
And he had a couple of situations. His corners weren't particularly great. No. And his poise in the box wasn't wonderful. I know he made the chance for the penalty, but, he obviously was a little bit ring rusty as well. Paul is a Southampton fan. He joins us now. He wants us to have his say on Scotland. What do you want to say, Paul?
Good morning, Sam. Good morning, Brenty.
Honestly,
that's going to stick.
We've started something here, haven't we?
Sticking.
Yeah, I just want to say I've been an England fan. You know, I remember '86, and I've been mocked by Scottish fans wearing Argentinian tops and celebrating the hand of God. And for the irony of an Argentinian referee to do what he did last night, I just think it's poetic justice, and I think it's brilliant, to be honest.
Paul, have a bit of sympathy. You never know what's going to happen to us over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, true. I accept that. We could probably get knocked out on the next stage, but you know, to be mocked for 38 years and tortured over something that happened, and for it to happen to them, I just think it's poetic justice.
It's hard. Honestly, hard. Football fans are horrible, aren't they? It's not horrible, but it's just funny, isn't it? The banner between them.
I do love. I mean, look, we do it with Crookie and his Ben Sherman shirt, so you know.
Ben Sherman he's wearing.
Ben Sherman. Let's go to Shaban Ahern, who's out of the car park now, which is good news, and she's got a couple of fans with her as well.
I'm glad I didn't wear my Ben Sherman shirt this morning and went for the Scotland top instead. Good morning. Yeah, it's a very different scene here in Stuttgart to what it was yesterday. Lots of fans usually wanting to crowd over and come and speak to talkSPORT. Today it's very much so like, I need to get my train, I need to get out of here. The tail's between the legs, the heads are down, which is a shame, apart from Robert from Glasgow. Hello, Robert.
Hello.
Good to have you with us this morning. You have a positive outlook on the whole situation.
I don't know if I've got a positive outlook. I think I've got quite a balanced outlook. I think Steve Clarke's probably taken us as far as he can take us. He's done a wonderful job to get us to here. But I think it kind of feels like a natural end.
It's interesting because we're having a lot of people phone up talkSPORT this morning and say similar things. Some people saying you can't even question that. He's brought us to 2 European Championships. He got us to a World Cup playoff. Why change it now when we were so down in injuries? We were down in our luck, really.
I get that. But I think he's taking this group of players as far as he can take them.
So who comes in then, Robert?
For me, Davy Moyes is probably the natural replacement. The stars have kind of aligned for that to happen, I think.
Interesting. Listen, we've just been having a nice conversation about the time you've had here, getting some quality time with your brother, the relationships you've formed across Germany and the laughs that you've had. And even though it's easy for now the rivalry to start between England fans and Scotland fans and the Argentinian ref and whatever like that, the Scotland fans have been magic this tournament, and that won't count for winning football, but it counts for a lot.
Aye, definitely. I think the Tartan Army have done what the Tartan Army do. We've went abroad and we've made loads of friends, loads of wonderful memories. And as I was saying before, we kind of came on air there, it'll all be a bit raw just now, but in 2 or 3 days, folk will start to reflect and start to look back on those memories and the friendships that they've made. It's been wonderful.
It was a penalty though, wasn't it?
100%. We were on the 18-yard line. We were sat right on the 18-yard line, and I could not believe it. I couldn't even believe that there was no VAR review.
Yeah, no, absolutely crazy. I feel like Sam and Darren, we've been so positive any time you've spoken about Scotland, and we've always had someone singing "No Scotland, No Party." So, one last time, Robert, are you up for it with me? 1, 2, 3, go! No Scotland, no party. Just the two of us.
Well, you seem to be having a good time. Enjoy it. Thank you very much, Shaban Ahern, who is with the Scotland fans. No Scotland, no party. Well, hopefully the party does continue, even though Scotland are out of the tournament. Coming up, following all Gabby's moaning and groaning about Germany last week, Darren Brent is going to give us his 3 favourite things about Deutschland. That's coming next.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.